Hey gang, really quickly before the video starts, I just wanted to pop in here, remind y'all about my Etsy shop, so you can check that out on the link etsy.com/shop/freshsqueezednl, and for the next 30 days if you use code BNUT at checkout, you'll get 20% off your entire order. So if you're interested in supporting me and my art financially, you can definitely check out my shop. I've got lots of different fan art, stickers, pins, keychains, the whole shebang, so you can check it all out there. And along with that, my commissions are also opened, and I'll put all my links in the description as usual. So if you want to access any of that, support me and my art, you can do that way. Thanks! Alright, we've got a little bit of a different video coming at you. Nice little change, I guess, from all the convention market vlog type things I've been doing lately. But with Artfight coming up in just a couple short weeks, I decided that I should update a bunch of my OC's reference sheets. And along with that, I kind of want to yap about my OCs here on my channel because I have not done that yet, surprisingly. So I kind of just took all the time lapses, slapped them into a video, and yeah, I guess I'll just talk to y'all about my OCs and how they came to be. So first of all, the first OC that I have here is the one who started it all. This is Mikey, and he was my first real OC that I made a big connection with. And he just was kind of born out of a desire to have a OC that was kind of like that I kind of would have fun drawing. He was inspired by like this other artist had drawn like a how do I describe it, like a Discord mod OC. And that sounds completely ridiculous about how that's how Mikey came to be, but if you look at early art of him, he very much is, he kind of just looks like someone's incel OC. But he never was supposed to have that kind of like persona, he was just supposed to look like that. So I kind of have him with like glasses and long hair. He's kind of like, normally when I draw him, I just draw him in like sweatpants and stuff, but originally I only ever drew him in like white t-shirt and gray sweatpants type thing. But now I kind of draw him in various different clothes. I've kind of branched out very recently into drawing him in more colorful clothes and drawing him in more real outdoorsy clothes. I realize I haven't really talked at all about who he is as a character. So Mikey is, how do I talk about Mikey? He's an online content creator. And so he's like, he does anonymous like fashion videos, that kind of thing, and he's my other OC's boyfriend, but we'll get to him in a second. And he also works at a fast food place. I should have mentioned this earlier. All my OCs that I'm talking about in this video actually live in the iCarly universe, and that's a bit of a story, but basically in my Discord server, I have a Tupper bot, which basically allows you to interact with people like through roleplay type stuff. And so I was doing like a roleplay with my OCs, and then my friend has a Spencer Shea bot that was like chiming in and stuff, and I just thought it was really funny, so I decided to make it canon. So anyway, Mikey works at the Groovy Smoothie. So that's Mikey. Yeah. And then next up we have Aaron. And Aaron is my boy. So I made Aaron immediately after making Mikey because Mikey's whole purpose was kind of to like, how do I describe it? Basically I just felt bad making Mikey without giving him a second character to bounce off of. So I made Aaron to kind of counteract Mikey's personality, because Mikey has a very like, I wouldn't say outgoing, but he has a very distinct personality that's kind of like, how do I say it for YouTube? I'll put the word on screen. That's how he was supposed to be, and I felt bad not giving him a partner. So that's what Aaron was meant to be. So Aaron started off as just kind of like a streamer, and he still is a streamer, but he's kind of like evolved into kind of, I guess, the main character of the story. And so the whole crew, they all live like in the same apartment building as the iCarly kids, which is, it's so stupid that this is like part of the actual lore. But anyway, Aaron like streams and stuff, and so it kind of all ties into the themes of iCarly with the web show thing and internet and stuff. But Aaron was originally a cis man, but he's trans now. And so I made like this joke doodle. If you've seen that like queso meme where he's holding up the mug, I like redrew that image. And then like basically I put the like he was saying, oh, like I'm not even trans, and then people were like, I keep forgetting that Aaron's not trans because he has such trans energy. And I was like, damn, because that was also not the first time I had heard that. So I just said, fine, you know what, I'll cave, I'll make him trans. And now that's a really big part of his character, actually, and it's, yeah. Aaron's also half Korean. And he's unlabeled, his sexuality wise, and he actually he's been with Mikey for however many years it's been now, probably 2 years, I think. I just made their anniversary be the first day that I posted them on Instagram, and so I count their years together from that. And I have like, he used to date Vincent, who's another OC, and he's the next one coming up. I'll talk about him in a second. And yeah, they've kind of, I love to yap about my OCs, but I have trouble coherently yapping about them. I love them so much, and I love Aaron. Aaron is probably my favorite out of the OCs that I've designed, for this universe specifically. I'm just really happy with everything about his design. I don't really have a whole lot more to say about it other than he a gamer and he a streamer. So, yeah. And so the next OC that I designed after Aaron was Vincent. For a while, I just had Mikey and Aaron in this universe, and they were kind of just chilling by themselves. But they started to feel a little lonely, so I decided to design a third OC, and I designed Vincent like a year and a bit ago at this point. I kind of just had a vision of an OC that looked like Baby No Money, and this was, as I said, a year and a bit ago. So this is before Baby No Money got really popular. So I was just like, I love the way this man looks, and I want to design an OC that kind of looks like him. So then Vincent came to be, and along with all that, I decided to make Vincent a SoundCloud rapper because I just think it suits him. And I also put in his backstory that he used to date Aaron before Aaron met Mikey, but the pair of them broke up because Vincent is actually a romantic, and in my head they he came out while he was dating Aaron, and so he was like, ah, shit, we want different things, let's just stay friends, bud. So yeah, and Vincent is also a streamer, though to a smaller degree, and he's also one of Aaron's moderators on his streams. So yeah, that's their dynamic. Vincent is just like, he's just kind of like a stoner, I'd say. He's just like, yeah, I don't know how else to describe it. Then the next character I designed was Daria. I designed Daria not that long ago in the grand scheme of things, like back in the fall. I think I designed her. And her purpose was because, yes, I had designed Vincent, but now I felt bad because he was third wheeling all the time. with Mikey and Aaron. But I knew I wanted to keep Vincent aromantic because that was like such an important part of his character in my head. But I also kind of wanted to give him like another character that he could like just have that kind of relationship with. So then Daria came to fruition. I kind of also, she just started based on a vision I had of like this baddie girl who like, you know, she was just like absolutely gorgeous, drop dead, amazingly beautiful. And so their relationship is that they are more than friends, but they're not in love, obviously, because Vincent is aromantic. But they are obviously like very special to each other. And so I call her his lady friend just because I feel like that's like, she's not his girlfriend, but she's also not just his friend. So I feel like lady friend is probably how Vincent would describe their relationship. So that's kind of where I got that from. So the way I view Daria is basically that she's just like very self-sufficient. She doesn't live in that apartment building, but she spends a lot of time with the rest of the group. And yeah, so she, how do I talk about Daria? What do I have to say about her? I love her so much. She's so gorgeous, and she's very much like, as I said, self-sufficient. So basically she has a lot of money, clearly, because she refuses to let anyone else pay for her, like in any situation, but it's not clear how she makes that money, and that's largely because I haven't decided what her job is yet. But yeah, she's clearly very self-sufficient. She cares a lot about her appearance. She puts a lot of effort into her outfits, her hair, her makeup, all that kind of stuff. And it's very clear she's not dressing up for anybody. She's just dressing up for herself. And I have a lot of fun drawing Daria because her outfits are always so absolutely gorgeous. And like, I pull a lot of like Y2K and Gyaru and McBling aesthetics to build her outfits because I just think they're so stunning. So Daria is actually my Pookie, so I love her so much. And like, it's so funny because before I like drew this reference for her, I didn't really have any proper digital art done of her. I've done like a fair number of traditional illustrations, but not digital. And my friend Tem is constantly asking me to draw Daria because Tem is thirsty for Daria all the time. And yeah, I finally did it. I finally drew Daria digitally. So now we have a proper reference, and I can't stop staring at her. Straight up, she's so freaking gorgeous. I love her so much. So then, after I had designed Daria, I said, I need another girl in this story. So, the last OC I designed her back. Actually, I designed her during Atlanticon weekend. And so, this is Callie. And this, I'm sure you've seen her ref sheet flashing in the background a little bit here, because I kind of drew her ref sheet first, because I hadn't drawn her digitally at this point either, and so I just said, first time drawing her digitally, may as well be her ref sheet. And so, Callie is also a streamer, and she's one of Aaron's childhood friends, and she's also non-binary, and so I don't know, she hasn't got a whole big backstory other than the fact that she's Aaron's childhood friend, and that also means that she knew him pre-transition, which kind of puts them at a very close personal friendship. And she's also single, she's not in a relationship, and I don't really plan on giving her a partner anytime soon, just because currently in the story she's like the only one who isn't paired off with someone, and I would feel a little weird making everyone in my story be in a relationship. But I don't know, maybe part of me thinks it would be cool if she was like dating someone from the iCarly universe, or not even like fully in a relationship with them, but I could see her having like a plot line where she like goes on a date with Spencer or like goes on a date with Tebow or something. I think it's so stupid. The iCarly bullshit is so stupid, but I think it's hilarious. And the best thing about the iCarly universe that they live in is that I like to sneak in references whenever I make like art or writing of my OCs. I like to just sneak in little references. Like I talk about, oh, Mrs. Benson next door, or the kids across the hall, because it's not fun to just like outright say that they're in the iCarly universe. It's just kind of like it's a little Easter egg. Those who know, and those who don't. So I guess because I'm talking about it in a video, you guys watching it, you are part of the exclusive club now that know that all my OCs are in the iCarly universe. So use that however you will. But yeah. So I decided all these, as I said earlier, all these references were made in preparation for Artfight, and that's starting in just a couple short weeks. So if you like any of these OCs, which I'm hoping you do, I'm hoping you're interested in these OCs, please attack me on Artfight starting on July 1st. I would love to receive art of these guys, and I will gladly draw your characters in return. I'm hoping to be a bit more active on Artfight, and I hope to record all my attacks and then I'll upload them to YouTube here as well. I'm just really excited for this year's Artfight. I literally uploaded so many freaking characters. Not just these ones, but also like D&D NPCs, my Baldur's Gate character, you know, all that kind of stuff. So got a lot of content for you guys to draw from. So with that, my video is pretty well over. I'm gonna head out. Remember, check out my Etsy shop, commissions if you want, and check out all my links. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye bye!